All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash, for giving me the spirit to do this lesson. Double honor to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Shalom to the men of the Lord that are prophesying, preaching, and teaching on the highways and byways with sincerity and in truth, pushing the gospel abroad. Shalom to the elect, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans whom the Lord will have mercy on in these latter days. Shalom. And we're in the I told you so season, in terms of prophecy, which is what the men of the Lord are basically pushing, all day, every day, and even Esau Edom is publishing prophecies in these various news articles and on TV, prophecies just being fulfilled all over. So you see, it says Super Bowl 55 will go fully cashless for the first time amid COVID-19 pandemic. And that word cashless, man, you're going to start seeing this word cashless a lot. All right. You're going to see it. You're going to start seeing it all over the place. Cashless this, cashless that, non-touch. You're going to see, things going in the spirit of separating people, less human contact under the guise of this, of the C word, basically. And we all know this is part of Esau Edom's plan, and we know exactly what this leads to. All right. So now you have a major event. I would argue one of the biggest, publicized events in the world, but definitely one in the United States where, there's not going to be probably as many people there as well, but it's going completely cashless, man. You can't use cash to do anything. And we know in Revelation 13, it says that he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, to receive a mark in their right hand or their forehead. All right. And that they wouldn't be able to buy or sell. All right. So this is going to touch cash and currencies entirely. Now, I personally, through the spirit, I believe if things aren't just going to go cashless, I think they're going to literally ban cash. Like Esau is just going to be like, no more US dollar, no more cash, period. And so a lot of you guys out there, especially you niggas out there pushing white, perk 30s, whatever the fuck you niggas are on these days out there in the hood. You got all that cash under your mattress, you hiding in the shoebox and this and there. You ain't gonna be able to go to the supermarket and buy nothing with that anymore, man. He's gonna completely rip all that. Nobody's gonna accept it because you won't be able to pay your rent with it. You won't be able to buy food with it. You won't be able to pay a car note. You won't be able to do anything because cash, if that gets banned, that's a wrap. And then all hell's gonna break loose. A massive panic is gonna set in, and then y'all gonna wish that you had heeded the words of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. All right. And now, if you can't see it, there's nothing I can do for you. All I'm doing is warning people. I want to get this blood off my hands because we clearly see what time we're living in, and it doesn't matter how many articles come out, how drastically things change. You still got niggas gonna nig, like despite all hell breaking loose throughout this year, no one would expected 2020 to be like this. You still got niggas. Some niggas are doubling down, just being wicked as hell. But now you see the Super Bowl, something that's it's a lot closer to our people and our culture. All right, it's gonna touch that as well too. So my question is, what is it gonna take before Jake starts to wake up and starts to realize, the elect are starting to see these things happen and their minds are becoming sealed if they're not already sealed. The Most High can make his move, any month now, and all hell breaks loose. So something like the Super Bowl going cashless is not a shock at all. And to be honest, when Esau bans cash, which I believe he will through the spirit, that's going to completely change things. You ain't going to be able to buy nothing with that. And if you want to buy something, you know what's going to have to happen? You're going to have to use Esau's new system. He might make a credit system, or it might be a Fed coin or something like that. But that's what you're going to have if you want to transact, if you want to do anything. All right. Now you see how this thing is forming. You see how this thing is shaping up. this isn't a game, man. We're not doing videos, and the brothers are not going on the highways and byways to for shits and giggles, for views, for looks, for recognition. At least not of people of this world. We're doing this out of love to warn everybody, because as we know, it's written in Revelation 12, the devil is coming down on us having great wrath. And he's not able to show his ass entirely. But when a lot of you niggas get scattered because y'all can't use cash, he's going to snatch a lot of you up. And it ain't going to make the news. Nobody's going to be out there protesting for you. Esau's just not going to cover, and he's going to round up you niggas by the millions, I guarantee you. And then them concentration camps start popping. There ain't going to be no saving you in that day, man, because now it's the time you're supposed to listen. All right? This is Hosea 4:6. It says, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. And this is the knowledge is coming out. The Most High made every attempt to get this word, get this truth out there, going all the way back from the days of Yahweh Shai to the apostles pushing it out, the 12 apostles to the other apostles under them that started pushing this word out. Even through captivities, he woke us back up in the land of our captivity to push this truth out, all the way back to the days of YouTube. And now this thing is global. It's all over the place. There's no excuse. But see, y'all rejected the knowledge and are still rejecting it. It says, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. All right. And at the end of the day, you can't get too bent out of shape, because the Most High is blinded who he's going to blind. He's shown who he wants to show it to. All right. So, in a way, it is what it is. But at the same time, man, they're still Israelites. You know what I'm saying? That we're connected, in that way, even though 2/3 of you are marked for death. It's still, the effort is being made, and the Most High is more justified now because that effort is being made to warn you. Even you niggas out there. All right. Let's get Isaiah 30. This is Isaiah 30:1. It says, woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me. Because see, a lot of Jakes didn't wake up until the World Economic Forum literally had to come out and say the Great Reset. We've been talking about the New World Order for how many years? And now that they're no longer hiding it at all anymore, because we're in those days, we're in that time where it's just, they're going to roll on us. Now more Jakes are starting to believe it now. Right? So they like to take counsel of Esau, Edom. They don't believe things until Esau says it, till it's on the news, till somebody popular, like Ice Cube or somebody says it. Hey, but that ain't going to get you nowhere with the Most High, man. The Most High wants you to listen to him the first time. All right? The first time. Remember what happened to Saul, when what he told Saul to do with the Amalekites. All right? There was no going back and saying, Lord, I'm sorry, I'll go ahead and kill the king now. Like, no, you should have listened the first time. All right? So what happened to Prophet Samuel had to chop up King Agag, right? And then he took the crown away from Saul right there. He said, I give him the crown to someone else for him being rebellious. So when the Most High is telling you something from him, he expects you to do it. It says, and that covering with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. All right. And that's ultimately what this is. Because when you take counsel from Esau, Edom, this whole kingdom is based on sin. That's what he thrives on. Everything that he makes money on, everything he's ever came up doing, it's all rooted in sin. But he'll try to guise it by saying, saying this is a Christian country and this and that. And ultimately that's a sin, because this isn't a Christian country. That word Christ doesn't even mean anything related to the true Lord. our king. So even that's a sin. The thing he used to obfuscate and to hide things. It says, verse 2, that walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. So this is what is going to get you, man. Trusting in this place, hoping somebody named Joe Biden or Trump or whoever is going to deliver a solution. There is no solution. You have to realize that things are already written and prophecies are unfolding. Now, if the Most High tells you or gives you the glimpse into the future of what's going to happen, what sense does it make to hedge yourself with the people and place that he's promised to destroy? What sense does it make? Even if you perish, even if he rounds you up and gathers you, even if you might be in a situation you can't feed your kids or your family, at the end of the day, we know what's going to happen to this place. So these are the things that should be guiding you in the decisions that you make. But there's still people going out there voting by the millions. Verse 3, there shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame. All right. So putting your strength in this guy is going to ultimately be a shame unto you. Because when we start getting glorified, Lord willing, I'm of that number of the elect. A lot of women's going to come towards us. A lot of you niggas are going to be asking questions, trying to get, and y'all going to get the stiff arm, man, the Heisman. All right. And it's going to be a shame unto you. And a lot of you are just going to die, before the missiles hit. It says, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt, your confusion. It says, for his princes were at Zoan, and his ambassadors came to Hanes. And Zoan, I believe, is one of the cities of, one of the 5 cities around Sodom and Gomorrah, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, Akim. It says, verse 5, they were all ashamed of people that could not profit them, nor be in help, nor profit, but a shame and also a reproach. All right. So you niggas are a reproach because every day stuff like this is coming out. Things are going cashless. Nobody's going to be able to buy or sell. You guys are talking about the mark of the beast is some kind of metaphysical thing that you can't touch or see. Y'all are going off. Y'all are going way the hell off, man. And ultimately that blood is going to be on your hands because you're not warning people of the true danger, which is that Esau Edom is not trying to enslave people's minds only. He's trying to also enslave people physically. So the mark of the beast and the image of the beast, it has to translate to something physical. It has to. Because you can already argue that he's already got the minds of people. You look at a white woman versus a so-called white woman versus a so-called black woman. Most people will think of this heathen, this person of people that's been promised to be destroyed as superior. So you could argue right then and there, he already has your mind. If you're a Christian, he already has you there. So that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't spark any real trouble. You might be deluded, but the real trouble is going to be physical. It's going to manifest itself soon enough, and the banking for all act is going to come. It's going to be able to be active in January, and we'll see. We'll see how long it takes. But we see these things happening clearly, man. So with that, I hope the sincere brothers out there, the elect, that y'all hear this, man. And I know the elect will take heed. So ultimately, this is for you ultimately. So with that, I hopefully y'all were edified. I want to say shalom. I love y'all brothers. Call halal Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rachakwadash, Wa Abad Babal.